Action!
Hello!
Hello, everybody.
Hello, everybody. Darling, I have to start by congratulating you.
Why? What have I done?
You survived 2 DIY stores and the garden centre all in one day.
I can't say it was any fun.
You loved it. You loved it, really. You love those shops.
What makes you think I love
you
that?
do love those shops.
Why? Well, no, but
do.
seriously, what makes you think I love those shops?
Because you told me that you do, secretly.
They're sort of, like toy shops, aren't they?
They are toy shops.
Especially when you get to like the power tools and stuff like that. It's great.
See?
Yeah.
See?
Yeah, I got to play with a power tool that's going to be in this week's episode. And what one? It means I can cut channels in bits of wood everywhere.
Yeah, but for the person who doesn't like doing any DIY, why would
That's
you
not
need
DIY,
one?
that's playing, isn't it? Sure, I mean, DIY, it just covers everything, doesn't it, really?
So you just want to be able to cut holes in things?
Cut holes in things, quite like to make things.
Oh, we watched an excellent vlog the other night on YouTube by a couple that are doing up a big old farmhouse in Italy.
Oh, yeah.
And he has got this marvellous tool bench with all the tools, and he's repairing all the windows and they're painting them, and it's all amazing. But the tool bench, I don't know what any of the tools do, but I just want one.
Yeah, you have absolutely no idea when you're watching this. You have no idea what he's going to do. So it begins with like a shot of some metallic thing, and then suddenly he creates something really beautiful out of a piece of wood. It was very impressive.
Very impressive.
Yeah, I'll never be able to do that.
It's not going to happen here.
No, it's not going to happen. No, unless we get a tool bench like that and find out how to use the thing. No, it's not going to happen, is it?
You know, it would just get used for putting stuff on. And end up putting the washer on it or something.
Anyway, I think, darling, you have an announcement to make.
I do have an announcement to make.
Very, very important.
We have a shop. The shop is open. Because we need a little curtain
trumpet.
or a
Where's the trumpet
bong. Oh, I don't know. Oh. Because I asked a couple of videos ago whether people would be interested in buying my bookmarks. So a few of you very kindly said yes, and I hope you're not pulling my leg. So I've made some. So each one's got a little bit, a cutout from one of the magazines or illustrations that we found in one of the broken down barns. So these are all pages that were just loose and were falling out and they're sort of like half eaten and disintegrated. And so what I've done is I've like laminated them like that, one in each one, and then with a little thing on the back to say that I made it and it came from here because somebody asked for that. So there's a little selection. They're all different, obviously, because it's just, I've just used what I could find. And then you have a nice little bit of French ribbon on there. So I will put the link to the shop.
And they are really, really nice, I have to say.
Thank you.
Yeah, I don't normally like stuff like this, but I quite like these. I think they're great.
Well, you're getting one for Christmas.
Well, where am I going to put that in my Kindle?
Yeah, that's true. Okay. For people that like real books.
Oh, you could do a digital version.
Yeah, so we've got a website now, so it's ourchateaulife.com, but I'll put that in the description.
That's great.
And also, whilst I was playing about with this, I thought, well, let's try and do some other bits and pieces as well.
Fantastic.
So we found one of those companies that will do stuff on demand for you. So I've done some designs, and then so we've got some bags in there and some mugs at the moment. So not a lot, because it takes time, and it took more time than I thought it would take. But it's a start, and it's
a start. The bags are great.
The bags look really cool.
Yeah,
and
the bags are very cool.
I checked like all the reviews. I've got some samples on the way; they haven't arrived yet. But I checked all the reviews, and this company is apparently very, very
It's
good.
very good. Yeah,
It's the best.
The bags, they sort of resemble sort of Chateau de la Vergne Louis Vuitton bags. I have to say.
Well, that is high praise indeed. we shall see, but.
Yeah. Not the same price bracket, I was facing to add.
But if there's anything else you think you'd like to see in there, let me know in the comments. And all the proceeds, anything we make from this, it's all going towards the chateau. So it's all going to get pushed back into renovating, really, saving this place, making this place beautiful and extraordinary again. So have a look. I'm not going to go on about it anymore because I don't want to be salesy.
And then, there were some people who were commenting, there was, I didn't save it, but there was a lady who left a comment saying, really love you guys, like to hang out with you. So we went, oh, that's nice. That's nice. And then I replied to her and I said, well, if you want to support us on Patreon, we're going to do Patreon days and we're going to put on a great big spread of gorgeous food and some selected wines and such like.
And all we have to do is bring a paintbrush.
And and then possibly have some music as well. So I replied to her. I said, it's not impossible. You could hang out with us,
Oh dear. We're going to have to get organising.
We are going to have to get.
Well, it's not going to happen now because the weather's rubbish now. Rainy. So I guess
really
this is
horrible. You can't see this. We've got a really, really sort of. I forgot the word now, but I mean, sort of set up an awful lighting setup so you can actually see us.
It's so great.
It's just miserable and raining outside.
All day.
Beginning to get cold and horrible. Look, see, we're not in summer gear.
No,
We've got
jumpers and the dogs are they've been cooped up all day, and every time they come in and out, they've got soggy paws. There's little wet paws all over the floor and everywhere.
Charming. Really, really lovely.
Which has been entertaining because we've had the electrician and the plasterer working for the past couple of days in the salon. So there's plaster dust, there's bits of electrics, there's bits of ceiling, and then the dogs with wet paws walking through it. And because the house is what the French call enfilade, so each room goes into the next room, you can't just shut the door on one room because you have to go through that room to get to the next room. And our office where we spend our days is the room beyond the salon, so we have to keep walking through and disturbing them, and then the dogs trot through. And
I saw today that Margot has been helping herself to the throwaway bits of cable that he's stripped, and she's been using it as dental floss. I said, Margot, stop it. I said, oh, it's great, it's lovely.
Expensive vet bill.
Very expensive vet bill.
But it's looking really good. It's looking really good in there. I mean, the amount of time that we've been living with sort of stripped walls, cables hanging down, cold and drafty, and then within the space of 2-3 days, there's plasterboard on the wall.
It's insulated.
It's starting to look like a real room again.
Yeah, it really is. Yeah, and we got we took delivery of the spotlights that we ordered. So I think I talked about this earlier. I mean, that I really screwed up in our house in London and put too many lights in. Here we've gone for sort of very, very minimal. The idea being that the lights, you won't really see the lights. All you're going to see is the light that's emitted from it. And it's almost like they're aiming at the walls where we're going to hang pictures. And the idea is that the light just kisses the pictures. It's sort of, I suppose it's a slightly museum-like or gallery-like type feel.
But not too much.
Not too much. And you don't want, it's like, I don't know how to describe it. It's like you don't really want to know that it's being lit, but you just notice that it is lit. But that's the idea.
That's the best kind of design, though, isn't it? When you don't really notice it, you just know that it's good.
Yeah, they're the things that take the most time
the simple
to do.
Things.
Yeah, absolutely. The simple things
yeah.
And the most beautiful things just take forever to get right. So we've been obsessively looking at this, but they've arrived now and I'm extremely pleased with them.
Yeah, they look really good.
And he did all the wiring for that and cut holes in the ceiling, which is always like, it's just like a horrible thing. And of course, the first hole that he cut, he hit a beam. So then he had to cut another hole and put it. Anyway, it's all all fun and games, isn't it?
It's looking a little bit Swiss cheesy at the moment, but we've been promised it.
We like Swiss cheese, don't we? Yes.
And we're going to paint the ceiling anyway, so it's all going to get.
Yeah, it will look lovely.
Talking of which, we've been agonising over paint colours. I think I change my mind about every half an hour as to which is my favourite. I don't think we do
now. I think we're fairly. Are we not? Are you not decided now?
I am, and then you said to me earlier, oh, actually, I quite like that dark one, and now I've gone, I put that out of my head, and now it's back in my head. I'm like, oh, yeah.
Oh, God, no, I don't want to go through that again. Anyway, you'll on this Sunday's episode, you'll see a heavily edited version. I mean, heavily edited version of the sort of OCD of Lionel and Claire when it comes to selecting colours for the salon.
Gently arguing over paint colours.
Oh, we weren't arguing, were we?
No, you let me get my own way quite a lot.
Were we arguing?
We'll argue later. Now we're down to like 2 colours. That's where it gets serious. We're down to the final 2.
Yeah, we are. Well, 3, I think, if we bring the dark colour back again.
We're going to have to just like put them on the wall, close our eyes, chuck something at it, and then...
So I wasn't. You know what I was about to say? I was about to say, well, if you have any suggestions, no more opinions.
We
don't want any suggestions. Thank you very much. No, just keep it to yourself. Thanks.
Yeah, otherwise we'll never get there.
Okay, I'm going to talk about a comment. And
I'm done. I'm done.
So there's a really delightful chap called Richard Hall, who's been sort of like following us and enjoying our mini movies on YouTube, and he says, loving your videos, nicely shot and edited with such a fun couple. Nice pace too. A few people have said that. I make a point of ensuring that they do have a nice pace actually. It all comes from the heart, It's sort of like a third, I don't know, it's another sense, isn't it, to try and find something like that. But yes, Richard, we've been watching some of your videos and seeing some of the nightmare that you've been through, especially coming to live in France after Brexit and trying to get your visas.
I've had some visa fun.
That's awful. Oh, goodness me, have you had visa fun? Yeah. Oh, Lord.
Actually, somebody was asking for some advice about moving to France.
Yes, that's right.
Maybe we should do that as another thing. We could do a separate video on do's and don'ts. It's a long list of do's and don'ts.
Yeah, it's difficult, isn't it? The trouble is that, are we even, do we even know enough to recommend?
I think we do, just from our own experience. There's a good few points that we could give people of.
Yeah, there are. That's very true. And there seem to be an awful lot of people that want to get out of their current countries and come and live here. I don't know if it's because of Emily in Paris, but if it is, then I can assure you you're in for a shock. It's not Emily in Paris.
But you look lovely when you wear those little dresses and the little beret and your lovely little outfits. Like
for God's sake, we agreed we were never, ever, ever going to talk about this.
That's what we could. Oh, we've been invited to a Halloween party. And when you think about outfits, we could do sort of.
I'm thinking of asking if we can film. That could be quite entertaining, couldn't it? Yeah. Oh, there you go. There. Okay, right. So last year we went to this Halloween party, and what were you?
I was a sort of like a demon thing. Yeah, sort of vague.
Not too much of a jump then.
No. Hey.
And so if you, I was Dracula, and. So if you could come up with suggestions, that would be great. Mm-hmm. Because I really, I can't get beyond Dracula. Oh, Frankenstein could be quite good. We'd like Bolt coming out there. That'd be quite fun.
Or we could just be ghosts and stick a couple of sheets over our heads and done.
That's
boring, easy,
isn't it? Hey?
Yeah, it's easy though.
Hey. Okay. So anyway. So very much looking forward to that. I'm going to try and film it, even if they don't let me. I'm going to do it secretly.
Sneaky filming. So you need a costume that's got a built-in hidden camera.
Oh yeah.
So you can film the whole thing.
Yeah.
We might not.
It could be a flasher. That's not really Halloween, is it?
It's not really Halloween, and we might not get invited again.
It's also sort of like arrestable offence.
Yeah, that's not.
It's not cool.
Yeah, bit chilly as well.
I wasn't aiming to go that far, but anyway, it's more like selling naughty postcards, what a bastard.
Anyway, back on topic. What was the topic?
I love the comment from Cat Mindy, not allowed to mention the number. Margot ate your willies?
They're still wearable, but she has properly chewed them all around the edge. And to be fair, Mimi started it when she was a puppy and Mimi is 9. Yeah. So that just shows how long I've had these for.
Yeah.
So between them, they've both given them a jolly good chew and they're definitely on their last legs. So those purple ones, those purple little not Crocs, but like little slippery
Yeah,
things.
they look
Yeah, I might need
interesting.
to go back. We could go back to the garden centre, darling.
No, I don't. I have to say, no. You can go on your own, darling. It's all right.
Ooh, with the credit card.
Well, you have your own credit card. I have to use mine. We've got Norma Murray, who has a number, but we should keep it to ourselves. Oh My Ding Dong Song sure brought some good memories back to me. Now, you see, that was really interesting, wasn't it? The Ding Dong Bell, Pussies in the Well, right? I have no idea. Well, I do now, because I can remember, but I had no idea where that came from. And then the association of the well and the Puddy Cats, and then suddenly the song came back
Popped
to me.
into your head. Yeah.
It's quite extraordinary. I mean, we're talking, I don't know how old I was, but I was very, very young, and my granny used to sing me that song, and I remember that it was her. And isn't it extraordinary how things like that just get like wedged into your brain and filed down the back somewhere that you
And
don't
then
use very often?
Pop out randomly, and I go,
What? Yes, Lionel, they're there. They're there. It'll work out in the end.
One day.
And we've got this lovely lady. I believe she's in Scotland. Athol Moyer. I always imagine her to be sort of Janet in Dr. Finley's casebook. Now, I'm afraid all of you in the States are not going to have any idea what I'm talking about, but it was a fabulous. Nor is Claire. But I think Athol. I'm not saying that right, am I? Athol Muir, Moir. She says, "I love your laughter." Well, there you go. Isn't that a lovely thing to say? I can remember. But I have 3 daughters, grown-up daughters. And each one of them individually has said to me that as children, when we used to have dinner parties and they'd be in bed, they used to crawl down halfway down the stairs just to listen to me laugh. So there you go.
Were you grumpy the rest of the time?
All the time, yeah. Miserable buggeros. Yeah.
So there was a nice comment from Susan Whitaker, who says you're not cut out to be a chateau owner. She's joking. But
I was about to be really rude then.
Without a love for DIY, that you need a love for DIY to be able to do this.
I read that. Or
very, very deep pockets or a large wallet. Yes.
Yeah, and I just replied to her and I said, well, my wallet is empty. However, I shall give Claire a lot of encouragement.
I do think we should rename the channel to, Claire Does Chateau DIY.
Yeah, that's all right. I'll retire or something.
Oh, okay. You go and just spend your time mowing the lawn and hanging out in
I don't enjoy mowing the lawn. Whatever makes you think I'd like...
On your toy, on your John Deere.
On my, it's still got a puncture. Gosh, that's terrible, isn't it?
And Rob Stevens asked a serious question. What is our water source here? So, because we mentioned the well.
Yeah.
So we don't use the well now. The well was used for water. We can use it. So there's a tap from it in the garage. But when the water comes out, it's really brown and disgusting. So
you can use it for watering the garden.
For watering the garden, yeah. I use it for that, but it's definitely not drinking water. So we're on the mains here. But I would love to have our own water source and have a filter system and stuff like that. Well, we
did in Devon, didn't we? We had a filtering system, which was really excellent.
That was brilliant, but very luckily the previous owners put that in. So it's on the list, but not near the top of the list. But I think that'd be a nice idea. But I don't know how much. You have to get somebody to come and tell you, don't you, the volume of water, whether you actually have enough to live on.
I don't know. I mean, I have to say the water looks looks like river water.
Yeah, I mean, the river's literally
we're
just
right
there.
by the river.
So it's very muddy.
So, it is absolutely chucking it down outside at the moment. It's miserable. I feel like we're going to have a glass of wine this evening.
What, to warm us up?
Yes, that's one. Yes, that's one reason. Yes,
Whilst we watch Emily in Paris.
We don't know. No, it's just like it's a dirty secret. Now we've had some, had an absolutely delightful exchange of, well, actually emails and comments from Dennis in Iowa, and we both found it absolutely charming, and we know that he's not very well, and I just really hope that things go well for you, and so really just be well.
Thank you for following and supporting us, and keeping us going.
Absolutely charming, and he was an antiques dealer, and he spent a lot of time in Europe. So I think given the opportunity, I think he'd be on the first plane over. And so there you go. Anyway, I hope everything goes well for you, and thank you for your just lovely comments and emails, which is really nice. We got having exchanges with a guy called Rick Flood. I don't think I know where he is, but he says, Lionel, such lies, kicking and screaming. This is referring to going to the DIY store. Really? I remind you, sir, that is where they sell powered air compressors for the flat tyres. Yeah, that's a very good point.
See, we do need to go back for the purple wellies and the air
order it
compressor.
online. I don't have to go to a DIY store.
Oh,
Rick.
it's no fun.
And I love this comment. It was short, sweet, and completely succinct. And it was relating to our now infamous ladder ballet. And Kimberly Bell says, "Thank you. I needed that."
We needed that.
We needed that as well. Yeah, you're right.
Needed
I just thought it was a great comment, short, to the point. Yeah. So clearly, we obviously fulfilled a need in somebody across the pond, I imagine.
Well, I think we've probably taken up enough of these nice people's time. Oh, thank you for all the apple suggestions. There's going to be some apple production this weekend, I think.
Apple fritters. Apple butter. Never heard of apple butter before. So apple fritters. Had apple fritters and have that.
That sounds like a good idea. Yeah, so it's going to be a very appley weekend.
It is going to be an appley weekend.
Yeah.
And I'd just like to point out, I thought a great comment was to you, which was from Eileen Cronk, which is, did you ever imagine you'd be saying emergency apple picking? Did you?
No, I did not. And there are so many things since we moved here that I've heard come out of my mouth that I never
Like the lack of ballroom. You don't think you'd get away with that, did you?
Never going to get away with it. Never going to live that
We don't have room for a ballroom, darling.
I did not say it like that.
No, we didn't.
Okay.
All right, I'll shut up now. And we'll see you on Sunday. Please go and have a look at Claire's wonderful shop. It will only grow in size because we both love designing stuff and we're quite good at it. So we will be adding some really lovely things. So remember that everything that comes out there is going to go straight back into this place. So thank you for watching again, and we'll see you on Sunday.
See you Sunday.
See you then.
Bye.
Bye.